Hello my Egyptian family, welcome back in my new video about Egyptian love. If you are new here, welcome in my channel, and today's topic will be one of the comments which you wrote me, and it sounds like that. How Egyptian man will react in the case of problem between his girlfriend or wife and his family, which I found really very interesting, and we definitely have to discuss this. So before we start, just quick reminder, if you have some problem with your Egyptian love, your Egyptian man, or you are not sure if he really loves you, or you found some similarities in the previous video which we discussed, you can always contact me personally and we can have a meeting, call one-to-one, where I can help you with your situation, explain you everything to the details that you will understand, and it will help you to make the right decision. So the link how to schedule the meeting will be in the comments and the description. So looking forward to you so much. I just put in your mind that I'm here for you to help you anytime you need.
For the first time of my life, I know who I am. My heart belongs to no one but Egypt. It's because of their poetry of life and freedom.
Well, I told you before that Egyptian men are very, very different from all the other men in the world. I told this sentence for the first time 3 years ago, and still I agree with it, because they really react very different from us, and especially in this situation particularly. Let's say we as Europeans or foreigners, we understand the point of love very, very different way than Egyptians do. But unfortunately, differently from us, they put a family at the first place. Let me explain this to more details. We, Europeans, we have such a mentality that the couple, the love, the relationship should be on the first place, right? If you choose some person to the life, you live for him, you wanna give him everything. The love is on a life or death. We really live for each other, and the partner is really on the first place. Whatever happened, even on the first place, before your family, before your children, before of everyone. Or at least, let's say, we as a romantic people say so. But in the fact, like in the European mentality, the partner is the most. But here in Egypt, it's a little bit different. Egyptian men, they are very romantic, no doubt about it. But if it's come to a serious problem between you or his family, who you think will win? I'll make it very short. His family will win. He will always put his family on the first place. And truly, I'm not joking. Now, I will not discuss if you are his girlfriend now or his wife. Okay, it's not in the video, but let's speak about a case that he is not a scammer, but he is good Egyptian man, right? So he is good Egyptian man, you have a great relationship together, everything is fine. But somehow you get to a problem with his family. You or his family put him to the situation when he's in the middle, and he has to decide which side to take. But because we are in Egypt, and in Egyptian mentality, and pay attention, I don't say Islamic mentality, I say Egyptian mentality, is the mother is on the first place, no matter what. So if you get to a problem with his mom especially, let me tell you the secret, you will lose any time. There is no way how you can win this. If you get to a problem with your father-in-law or his sisters or his brothers, so there can be some argument about this, yes. You will not be loser, absolutely, but he will never take your side, alright? He will be on his family, because Egyptian, they have this connection to his family, it's on the first place, and they have to protect each other, even, let's say, even in the case that someone harmed you. I don't say it's correct, it's totally wrong, yes, but Egyptian mentality work like that. If someone hurts you, even from his family, and it's very injustice, and you fight back for your own rights, and they get insulted from you, let's say, you will be the one who loses at this point. As I told again, Egyptian family is on the first place. You will never win this fight. Never. So the only way how to avoid this is to don't get in fight with his Egyptian family. Well, if this happens, so the Egyptian man is in a very, very, very difficult situation. Really is. And I don't say that all Egyptian men, they don't try to think about it, they don't try to protect the wife or the girlfriend. Yes, sure they do, but simply they cannot fight the Egyptian family by the Egyptian traditions. This is an unwritten rule, unwritten traditions, but they are working. Well, from what I saw, sometimes they're trying to protect the girlfriend or the wife or take her rights, speak about it with the family, calm way, alright. Sometimes they really try to manage it, but mostly they do not succeed even they want or even they wish. Because if they will fight for you so hard that he will fight with his own family, the Egyptians are using kind of manipulation in this point, and they will say like, oh, we give you life, we give you everything, and now you turn back on us, you know? So he will then step back slowly because he cannot lose them. To lose family in Egypt, it's almost impossible. It will be a big shame and really a disaster for this man. So also sometimes they say to the girlfriend or wife like, yes, I know my family is wrong, but I cannot fight them. And unfortunately for you, it can turn the way that you will have to even apologize at the end, even you wasn't the one who was wrong. And I believe this particular thing is very difficult for us, especially for us foreigners, because we don't like to apologize for something we are not guilty about, right? But in Egypt it doesn't work that way. Still in Egypt we are, but it works like the elder one is always right. Even he is wrong, but because of the point that he's elder than you, you must have a respect to the elder people. So the reality is that if you put yourself to such a problem that he will have to choose between you and his family, he will always choose family. He is forced to. It's not his free will, honestly. He must do so. So try to don't put yourself to such a situation. I know it's very difficult. There is many situations which will come even alone, even you didn't participate in it or you didn't want it. It simply happened. It can happen. In Egypt you can get yourself to a problem very easy. If you didn't mean it, you didn't go for it, you did nothing, but still you will be in problems. Well, I believe that Egyptian people love to make problems. They are kind of troublemakers from the air, but this is the culture or the way they are actually living. And even from my personal experience, I can tell you that to avoid problem in Egypt, it's very impossible. There will be always some problem. Even if you try to live without problems, there will be. But never let yourself to put to such a big problem or to fight his family so hard that he will have to choose. Well, not only for Egyptian men, for any man to choose between his love and his family is difficult. But the difference here that, for example, in Europe, in our culture, he can fight a family for the love, but here he can't. Because they have such a mentality, they say that the love, girlfriend or wife can be changed anytime, but the family can't. And that's the reason why they always put the family on the first place. You know, what's the funny thing? That this is really Egyptian mentality and not Islam at all. If we go on the Islamic version, so he should be justice. He should be justice between you and the family. And he should solve it with his family with respect, right? Like you tell them, hey, you was wrong, don't do this to my wife, even the calm voice, respectful, but simply he should tell them even the negative things. But unfortunately, to see this in Egypt, it will be like 1% of Egyptian men, maybe even a little bit less. Really very small percentage will go to the Islamic way, okay? But because many of you who marry Egyptian men and are foreigner are not even Muslims, so it doesn't matter for you in fact. So that's why we speak about the Egyptian way. And in the Egyptian way, this doesn't work. The Egyptian way, the family always win. And you know what's the most funny point? That if you are a foreigner in this situation, it's actually advantage for you that you are a foreigner. Because in this particular situation, they will treat the foreigner women and the Egyptian women the same way. Let's say if this will happen to the Egyptian woman, that she'll get a problem with the Egyptian family of her husband. They will treat her even much worse than you, but the point will be the same. They will never fight even for the Egyptian wife or love. So in this position, we are really absolutely the same. Maybe it's a little bit good for you that you are a foreigner, because then the man can say to his family like, hey, she is foreigner, she's not used to our traditions and so on. So that's how the misunderstanding happened or the fight, and he can a little bit solve it easier with them. But if you are Egyptian woman in this point, oh my god, this can really turn as a disaster for you. But the point is the same mostly. Again, very short version, don't expect your Egyptian love to fight for you the same way as it will happen in our European culture. Unfortunately, even in general, Egyptian men are very good providers and very good protectors. With the rest of the world, yes, they are. They will always protect the wife no matter what, but not with his family. This is a different world, different point, and you will never ever win. So I hope I made my point very clear. If you have some additional question to this topic, write it in the comments. We'll love to read it, and if I will know it for sure, I will try my best to answer you. Well, and of course, don't forget to check our online course about Egyptian men, where we discuss everything from A to Z, whole guide about Egyptian men. The link will be also in the description. So, thank you so much for watching this video, and see you next time.